And so, yeah. But no, like it's honestly not your fault because it's very strange because it like I haven't edited either of the videos, right? I haven't cut them down, I haven't cut anything out. No copyright strikes, no copyright violations. So it's very strange that it's happening to you. Um, but yeah, I explained that for the next little while. We're just gonna have to do it like this until you figure out the situation.
Yeah, it's okay. So did you guys cover? I think you guys Tusi covered the Khamenei speech, right?
We just sort of started. We just sort of started,
Oh,
and then I went to the tomatoes, but
oh.
we've only done like half of 2C. And also, 2C, like it's good to get sort of like the overall context, but we always appreciate your analysis. So honestly, the next
Oh,
hour
thank you.
is yours. So everything and anything that you want to talk about. This is the Armin hour, the Armin hour of international.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, I do. I mean, you saw the Haydar in Khamenei's speech.
A little bit, yeah. We were just
Yeah.
talking about that.
Okay. So do you want to? I think there's two parts of the speech that I think we should highlight because it actually is very educational from both a geopolitical perspective, but also from a Shia, like a religious perspective. So, guys, the context is that Khamenei just came out and gave a speech, and the way that he talked about the negotiations and America and what's going on is actually very telling, and is also a confirmation of, oh, guys, thank you guys, guys in the chat, you guys are so sweet. Oh my god, guys, I wanted to make sure I don't let you guys down because I feel like I am letting you guys down, that I wasn't
No,
here
you're
from the
not.
beginning.
You're not. You're
So
not letting us down.
I'm gonna try to make sure this one. By the way, in this 1 hour, I'm not gonna share because anything that is like foreign media or anything that has music, because I have to be extra careful with my channel. I think my channel is being targeted, so anything that I show will be mostly like Iranian media, right? Either by the Islamic Republic or Iran International, and nothing that has any music in it, because if I have to be very careful. I don't know why I'm under attack. But yeah, so let me just go quickly to Mushali. Well, not this one. This one. That's actually going to give us some context. Not this one. Not this one. Here, maybe over here. All right, so let's listen to this. This is very telling. The reason why this is a confirmation of the analysis that we gave you is because there's now a strategy. There's basically different players, right? So we're going to have the hardliners, the reformers, the Americans, and the Israelis. And it seems like the Americans are buying time to prepare their military assets around the region. Oh, thank you guys. You never let us down, Aaron. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Oh my god. All right, that's really nice. So here's the position of all four people. Okay, so the Americans seem to be trying to buy time to bring all of their military assets in the region before the war starts. In the meantime, the position of President Trump is going to constantly be, well, it looks like something is happening. I think they really want to do a deal, but if they don't do a deal, they're going to be major consequences. That is like, until we are ready, this is going to be the position of President Trump. The position of Israelis are going to be, well, the negotiations are going somewhere, but they're so far away from where President Trump's conditions are, and it doesn't seem like a deal is likely. That's going to be what we're going to keep hearing from the Israeli side. What we're going to hear from the hardliners, including what I'm going to play from you right now, is that we will sink their ships. We will not stop enrichment of uranium at all. We will not stop. We will not even talk about the range of our missiles. And we are going to destroy America and destroy Israel, and there's nothing they could do about it. And we are here to stay, and there's nothing anybody could do about it. That's going to be the position of hardliners. Meanwhile, the same hardliners, Khamenei will send, not the hardliners, Khamenei himself will send out the reformers to say, The negotiations are going very well. We have agreed upon the next time we agree to talk to each other, and we have also agreed upon the framework of our next conversations. This is going to be on repeat, like a broken record, until war starts. So with that context in mind, let's listen to what Khamenei said here.
به نظرشون میرسه که مرتبا میگه رئیس جمهور آمریکا.
So he's saying they think, and President Trump keeps saying that. By the way, he doesn't mention Trump. Usually, he doesn't mention him by name. It's like Voldemort. So he's saying the President of America also repeatedly says this.
که ارتش ما قوی‌ترین ارتش دنیاست.
So the Americans, and including President Trump, says that our army is the most powerful army in the world.
قوی‌ترین ارتش دنیا ممکنه اونچنان گاهی سیلی بخوره که از جا نتوانه بلنش.
So he's saying that the greatest army in the world might get slapped in a way that there's no way for it to get back up. And like basically this is really good, by the way. This is guys, if I believed in God, I would be praying for a long life for Khamenei. Okay? Not only because I want him to see that we were victorious, I wanted him to see the fall of the Islamic Republic, but also because of these things that he says makes the chances of a war much more likely. These are basically the type of stuff that Maduro would say right before they came and took him. Right? This is the type of stuff that you would say that you would get, that you will basically get on the side, make Trump really want to come after you, right? So he said, like, we will slap you, we will slap the so-called largest army in the world in a way that it can't get back up. They start with Allahu Akbar. They start with that, but so deaf to America, deaf to England. Guys, remember, they always chant deaf to England, and the UK is the only country, like, they still have, like, what, guys, if you're a citizen of the UK, you should be really angry with your government that you still have embassies open inside Iran with the Islamic Republic when one of their chants is deaf to England. Death to the hypocrites and the infidels. That's us. Death to Israel. And they usually leave the death to Israel for last, and they say that with the most strength. They leave it for last.
میگن ما ناو فرستادیم طرف ایران. خیلی خوب. ناو البته یک دستگاه.
The Americans say that they keep sending their navy into our region. Okay, sure. What? Yeah. Okay, so you do that. Your ships here. Okay, what?
خطرناکیست.
Yeah. So these are actually dangerous equipment for sure. That's what he's saying.
اما خطرناکتر از ناو اون سلاحی است که می‌تواند این ناو رو به قعر دریا.
He's saying, yeah, sure, your navy might be dangerous, but more dangerous than your navy is the weapons that we will use that can sink your navy to the bottom of the sea. That's even more dangerous than your navy. Guys, this is really good. Like, guys should be celebrating this. These are the type of stuff you would say that will basically make the chances of war a lot more, right? This is why I keep telling you that the hardliners are on our side. They want to start a war, and we want to start a war as well. It's the reformers that are part of the problem. This is exactly the type of narrative that we need to hear from the Islamic Republic to bring their downfall closer. So I just like Goldie usually says, they just went full hater. Remember, Goldie says never go full hater. They just went full hater. Wait. Goldie is getting ready. Let's go back. Look how. Yeah, let's watch this.
Wait, I need my sunglasses.
Oh yeah, Goldie's getting her sunglasses.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, there we go. So guys, remember when they say hey there, for Shias, that's more of a demonstration of strength than Allahu Akbar. So when a Sunni wants to go full, like, oh my God, we're strong, look at us, we're macho, we're really strong, look at how alpha we are, they go Allahu Akbar. But Allahu Akbar for these Shias is like a milder version for when they go full Haydar. And again, Haydar is basically referring to Ali, the first Imam of Shia Muslim. The strongest thing there are, the strongest thing there are the drugs they smoke. BT is saying in the chat. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong, because he does sound like he's on something. Like a lot of people in Iran are commenting that Khamenei seems to be on something.
رئیس جمهور آمریکا در یکی از صحبت‌های اخیرش گفته که
So the president of the United States in one of his recent speeches has said
47 ساله که آمریکا نتوانسته جمهوری اسلامی رو از بین ببره.
That United States hasn't been able to get rid of the Islamic Republic for 47 years.
شکایت کرده.
Saying this is what President Trump was complaining about.
مردم خودش 47 ساله
47 years.
که آمریکا نتوانسته جمهوری اسلامی رو از بین ببره.
So he's repeating, for 47 years the United States hasn't been able to get rid of the Islamic Republic.
این اعتراف خوبی است.
So look at him, he's smiling. He's saying that's a good admission by Trump.
نمیگم.
And saying, and I will also add to what Trump is saying. I will add to it.
بنده میگم تو هم نخواهی توانستی این کار رو.
You will also not be able to do that to Trump. He's now saying this to Trump. Like, yeah, America hasn't been able to for 47 years, and you will not be able to as well. So this is again, let me tell you why he's wrong regarding what President Trump said. But honestly, I love everything that is coming out of his mouth, because he's challenging Trump. The best way to get President Trump to do something, is to challenge. Like, Goldie, he might be a secret agent on our side. Honestly, I don't know anymore.
Maybe he's Mossad.
I know, guys. If he's Mossad, I'll take back. I'm so sorry, Khamenei, if I've been against you all these times. You might have been a national hero in hiding, like in the Islamic Republic, trying to take him down. Like, he's challenging. Okay, fantastic. Keep talking. Keep talking.
This is from today.
But
people are asking, when is this from? This is from today. This is in response to what President Trump said last night on Air Force One.
Right. Yes. And the reason, by the way, the reason his quote is wrong, President Trump didn't say, by the way, Goldie, you should be proud of me. I'm keep saying President Trump. I'm fixing myself, right? See, guys, I pay attention to my teacher, Goldie.
Oh.
Yeah. So President Trump didn't say that America hasn't been able to. He said for 47 years they have been causing these problems. So now they need, like, it would be a good idea if we have regime change. When Khamenei says that for 47 they haven't been able to, that's dishonest, because that hasn't been the policy of America to do regime change for the past 47 years. What is changing, when President Trump came out and said that it would be a good idea, like it would be ideal if we did have regime change, that was the first time that became a policy. It hasn't been the policy for the past 47 years. So he's being dishonest here regarding what he said. But let me show you another part of his speech. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Maybe did Tusi play the part where he talks about Hussein? Like
No.
that we're not going to be okay. So let me give you some context, guys. This is going to be very educational. So Ali was the first Imam of Shia Muslims. Okay, there are 12 Imams. The 12th Imam is the one in hiding, the hide and seek champion of the world. Okay, Mahdi. But number 1 is Ali. Number 2 is Hassan. Number 3 is Hussein. Okay. Not that many Shias care about Hassan. Ali and Hussein are the 2 most important Imams, and Mahdi being the 3rd most important Imam. But Hassan doesn't get much attention except when they want to bend the knee and they have the excuse that we will act like Hassan. So Hassan was the Imam that did peace with the enemy and didn't fight. Hussein was the one who waged war against the rulers of his time, and he was killed for it. Okay, justifiably, in my opinion, right? And so Hassan, they talk about Hassan whenever they want to surrender, but they act like they're being heroes even though they're surrendering. And when they talk about Hussein, that's the time that they're talking about going into war. So this is why now Khamenei, whenever he talks about Hassan, he's like or put Hassan's name in the background, he secretly is telling his followers that we should back off. But whenever he talks about Hussein, he's basically signaling to his followers that we're getting ready for war. So that's what's happening there. So let me listen to this. I might not translate the entire part, but let me just see if there's any part of it that is important.
این حرفایی هم که رئیس جمهور آمریکا میزنه که من را اشاره خواهم کرد، گاهی تهدید میکنه، گاهی میگه باید فلان کار بشه، فلان کار نشه.
So he's saying that the stuff President Trump is saying, he doesn't mention his name. He's saying the President of America is saying, sometimes he's saying this has to happen, sometimes he threatens.
این معناش این است که اینا در پی تسلط بر ملت ایرانن. ملت ایران
that means that they're trying to dominate to dominate the nation of Iran.
درس‌های اسلامی و شیعی خودش رو خوب بلده.
He's saying the nation of Iran understands this Islamic and Shia education very well. So he's saying the Iranian people are very good at being Muslim and Shia, so they know what to do.
I mean, I want to say he's right. He's right about the fact that the Iranian nation understands Shia Islam very well. That's why we reject it. We know exactly what it is. Literally,
that's a
cult, garbage ideology. So he's not wrong about that.
That's a really good comeback, Gold. Yeah, I didn't think about that. It's good.
Imam Hussein alayhi salam.
Oh, so he's saying the Iranian people know their Shia teachings, and now he wants to talk about Imam Hussein, the 3rd Imam.
میدونه که چه کار کنه. امام حسین علیه السلام فرمود مثلی لا یبایع یزید. کسی مثل من با کسی مثل یزید بیعت نمیکنه. ملت
Oh, this is so good. This is so good. This is so good. Thank you. Thank you, Khamenei. Are you sure you're not with us? He's saying that Hussein, Imam Hussein, the 3rd Imam of Shias, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad, he said that somebody like me will never pledge allegiance with somebody like Yazid. The reason why he's saying that, he's saying like somebody like us, what he's saying, will never negotiate with somebody like Trump. That's what he's saying. So he's basically saying that we should not be submitting to the Americans. By saying Hussein never submitted to Yazid, he's saying that the Islamic Republic should never submit to the United States. This is good for 2 reasons. Basically, he's signaling that they're not going to accept America's terms. And if they do, by the way, many of the followers of Khamenei will basically eat the hardliners alive. So, you know, because of this command that is coming from Khamenei himself. 1, 2, I really hope it works out exactly like Hussein, because Hussein didn't submit to Yazid. What happened to Hussein? What happened to Hussein? he got effed in the Karbala, right? Yazid destroyed him in Karbala. So I hope you continue the way of Hussein, and I hope you get the same results as Hussein. Okay, so if you want to follow the way of Hussein, you should also get the conclusion that Hussein got, which is, yeah, destruction.
ایران در واقع میگن مثل ما ملتی با این فرهنگ، با این سابقه، با این معارف عالی به سردمدارانی مثل افراد فاسدی که امروز
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't want to play the rest because I just wanted to show that Khamenei is signaling, very much aggressively showing that we're not going to bend the knee, we're not going to submit, which is really good for us.
Armin,
that means that
check the link that I sent you in the private chat.
Okay. Ooh, this looks good. What is this? Oh, wow. Senate Republicans just posted this. Threatening President Trump and the United States is not a wise decision. Oh, this is so good. Amazing. That's a good find, Goldie. That's amazing.
Someone posted that under in the X comments there for the live stream on X. So that was about 45 minutes ago. Not even.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
45 minutes ago. Which makes me think they've probably seen this video.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. You know, guys, how on the Persian show, I was telling people, like, I really, really do hope that Trump sees this. Okay. So apparently they have seen this. Somebody should report. This is, by the way, this is going to give ammunition to people like Marco Rubio. Like, you know what? Like, this is exactly the type of stuff that Marco Rubio knows needs to deliver, put on the desk of President Trump. This is going to produce results for us, right? Yeah. So, okay, so this is an old video. I just want to play this because I want people to remember how pathetically weak these people are while they're going around and acting like they're so tough and alpha and able to, do whatever they want to the American military. This is 8 years ago, right? So,
این را هم همه بدونن جمهوری اسلامی قوی است.
So everybody must know that Islamic Republic is very strong.
جمهوری اسلامی خیلی قوی. آمریکا هیچ
The Islamic Republic is very strong.
جمهوری اسلامی خیلی قوی. آمریکا هیچ غلطی نمیتونه بکنه.
The United States can't do SHIT. They're not going to be able to do anything. Look at the confidence. America won't be able to do anything.
جمهوری اسلامی خیلی قوی. آمریکا هیچ غلطی نمیتونه بکنه. امکاناتی که
Say no to the drugs. This is the huge effect of opium.
Yeah. Yeah.
Team 6, say no to drugs. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So now because now compare that to last year. Let's go forward in time, right? So when Assad was falling, a lot of people expected the Islamic Republic to come and help Assad, right? From falling. But the Islamic Republic didn't come and help Assad, and Assad fell, right? Because they were supposed to be an ally of the Islamic Republic. Why didn't they show up? Khamenei here explains why they didn't show up to help Assad.
امکاناتی که برای سوری ها امروز لازمه ما آماده کردیم.
So like we had all the equipment required to help the Syrians.
آماده ایم که بریم.
So we were ready to go.
آسمان ها بسته بود.
The skies were closed.
زمین بسته بود.
The ground was closed.
رژیم صهیونیستی و آمریکا هم آسمان سوریه رو بستن، هم راههای زمین رو بستن.
Israel, saying the Zionist regime and United States, they had closed both the skies and the ground.
امکان نداشت.
There was no way. There was no way. Look at this. This guy is like, what the hell? Didn't you tell us that they can't do anything just like a couple of years ago? Guys, you understand how pathetic this is? They are saying that we could destroy the Americans. But not only they can't destroy, they can't even enter the airspace of Syria if Israel and United States decides to close it off. These are the people that say Americans won't be able to do anything. But here's admitting that we had no option to get into Syria. I mean, that's not even the airspace of the country that you're ruling over, right? And it was Assad falling. You had this as a proxy for so many years, and you couldn't even go there. And you're saying the Israelis and Americans could close it, and we had no access. So they have this much power that they could control your movement, ground and air in a country that you had as a proxy for so many years, and immediately when they decided to close it off to you, you had no ability to enter it. This is pathetic. So what happened to Americans can't do anything. Look at this. Look at this woman. Look at this down here. This woman is so disappointed. But this is how things are. This is how things are. So I can't wait, by the way, Goldie and Potipto, for us to play. The Iranians really love playing these videos back to back. Like, this is a hobby, especially this account, Hafiz Tarihi, does a really good job.
You're so good.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good. This account goes and finds contradictory statements of Khamenei from different years and puts them next to each other, right? So this video that we just played with you that said like, we're going to sink the USS Abraham Lincoln in the bottom of the sea. I'm pretty sure Hafiz Tarihi is going to one day have so much fun with those videos once this war starts. So I think Mahir played the fact that they close their Hormuz Strait, and they're saying that they have an excuse for it. By the way, guys, they haven't closed it. They just closed it temporarily. And this is really dangerous because it really pisses off China when they do this, right? So it said today in an exercise referred to as smart control of the Strait of Hormuz for compliance with safety and shipping principles. Okay, so that's their excuse. They're like, oh, we just closed it off just for safety and shipping principles. That's why we close it off. But basically, they're trying to demonstrate that they can do it. Parts of the Strait of Hormuz will be closed for several hours. So they just close it for several hours. But again, this is a way to try to demonstrate that we can close it when we want. I'm not really worried about this. I'm mostly worried about some ballistic missiles maybe falling in Dubai or something like that. I'm not going to play this because it's really long and pathetic, but I just wanted to... I'm just going to mute it. The main thing that I want to remind... Yeah?
If you're going to mute it...
Oh, yeah. I just want to remind people, guys, that not take this threat seriously, because I think other threats are more serious, right? The ability for them to drop like a couple of hundreds of ballistic missiles in Doha and Qatar, and maybe send some drones to Aramco assets, in Saudi Arabia. Those are things that we could be worried about. Like, I don't know, maybe Azerbaijan or the Kurdish region of Iraq. Those are the areas that need some protection. But when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz, even if they do close it, then the whole world would unite to reopen it, okay? Because the world will not be able to tolerate the closing of the Hormuz Strait. And more importantly, they would run out of dollar revenue themselves, because guess what? Most of the revenue, most of the US dollars that the Islamic Republic gets is from the USD, the USD that they get from selling their oil and gas through the Strait of Hormuz. Actually, I do want to play this part, okay? Because look at this.
Should I stop the music so you can play it?
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's just they hit. This is like a defenseless
fishing boat,
non-moving target. Yes, okay. And then the guy comes after. The guy. I already watched this, so I'm going to tell you what he said. So the guy that comes after, like here. 1 second, not this guy. Oh, here's another target, non-moving, defenseless. This guy. This part of the interview, he explains that these are not the weapons that we're going to bring in war. Like we have other better weapons that we're going to bring to war. Like we have some more special things. That these are not the weapons that we're going to be using are not the weapons that you see here. And I'm like, okay, you effing idiot. The things that you're going to be shooting at will also be different. Okay, they're not going to be like, they're not going to be like stationary, non-moving, defenseless little objects in the sea. So yeah, your weapons that you're going to be using is going to be different, but so is the things that you're going to be shooting at. Okay, but that was pretty ridiculous. Anyway, so that was that. Let me go to this guy. This guy is global affairs correspondent for Axios and CNN analyst, Washington correspondent for Israel Channel 12. Okay, so this guy has. So this was something that was getting a lot of attention.
Didn't like someone said that Axios is like the Al Jazeera of the United States. I can't remember who it was. It was either, I think it was like Senator Lindsey Graham maybe, or Mark Levin, or I don't know. Someone said like don't take Axios. Yeah. So I mean, let's listen. Let's hear what he has to say. But I think it was someone said Axios is like the Al Jazeera of the United States or something.
But he's also okay. So he's for Israel Channel 12 is Channel 12 is lefty, right? Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's okay.
Oh yeah, we'll see what he said. I just wanted to add that context there.
Yeah. He's saying a senior White House official tells me progress has been achieved in the talks with Iran, but there are still many details that need to be discussed. The Iranians said they will return in the coming 2 weeks with detailed proposals in order to bridge some of the remaining gaps between our positions. So, guys, it seems like but everything that is happening seems to be in the direction of the Americans continuing to talk to the Islamic Republic, and the hardliners saying there's no way there's going to be any agreement, and the reformers constantly saying we made progress. Americans also saying that we made progress, but we're so far away. And in the meantime, America will bring all of its all the military assets that is required into the region. It seems like they're adding to. Other than the USS Abraham Lincoln, it seems that they're also adding the Gerald Ford carrier strike group. Some people are suggesting that they're also going to be adding the George H.W. Bush carrier strike group. So the Gerald Ford carrier strike group is going to be in the region between maybe 12 days from now. And if the George H.W. Bush carrier strike group is going to be added, that's going to take at least 3 weeks for that to be added as well. But again, reminder that all of these military assets is not because it's needed to strike the Islamic Republic. It's all of this is going to, if that's the plan, all of them are needed to defend 11 countries. They mentioned that they need to defend 11 countries after the strikes start. And I don't know exactly what those 11 countries are. We know, obviously, some of them are, obviously the first one is Israel, but then UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia are obviously on the list. Bahrain, Jordan is obviously on the list. Probably the others, if we have to think about them, Egypt, Iraq, Azerbaijan, Armenia are probably on the list. I don't know if that adds up to how short of 11 we are, but they said they need to protect 11 countries. Well, Oman is probably on the list. I can't think of any other country that is probably on the list. Lebanon, Egypt, I already said. Lebanon, I don't know why they would do Lebanon. Maybe. But okay, so this is both United States and Israel have no problem. Easily, it's going to be like a walk in the park to go and take out whatever they want to take out inside Iran. Like all of the regime leaders, easy. All of the military bases, easy peasy, no problem. The difficult part is the defending all of these 11 countries, because if the Islamic Republic feels like they're coming for me and this is it, then it will basically shoot whatever it has. It will unload everything it has on everything in the region, right? And this is going to be more significant than what we saw in the 12-day war, because during the 12-day war, the Islamic Republic's assessment was not that this is game over. They will, because they think that they need to. So imagine if you have, I don't know, 5,000 missiles. You're not going to use 5,000 missiles. Okay. You're going to use, I don't know, if you think this is really serious, you might use 500, 1,000 of them. You need to keep some in reserve to have to be able to continue fighting if you need them, right? But if you have 5,000 missiles and you think, okay, this might be my last day, then you're going to use all 5,000 missiles, right? Because if I don't, this is what's the point of keeping these missiles for another day if there is not going to be another day? So that's why the Americans need to prepare this long, because if you just rain down whatever missiles you have left and all the drones and everything, then the amount of military assets that are required to protect everybody at the same time will be very high. So striking the Islamic Republic easy, defending everybody in the region against what will come after, very difficult. That's why this level of preparation is needed. So the reason why an agreement seems very, very, very unlikely, and in the what if you listen to the Americans, if you listen to the Islamic Republic, there's something missing in all of these talks. Okay, they're like, oh, Americans want this, and then the Islamic Republics want that. Americans want this. Like, can the Islamic Republic give something to the Americans that will satisfy them? Okay, what is missing from this conversation, guys? Let me know in the chat. What is missing from the conversation? Can the Islamic Republic give something to the Americans that will satisfy the Americans from an attack? There's even if the answer was yes, what is missing here? What is missing here? What is missing is Israel. Okay. Yes, good job. Somebody said Israel in the chat. Amazing. Yes, Israel. Okay, because even if you could satisfy the Americans, this is not going to go anywhere if you can't satisfy the Israelis. And here's the problem: this is why it's so impossible to satisfy the Israelis, because the Israelis have put something on the table that is impossible for the Islamic Republic to give them, which is the range of the ballistic missiles to be reduced to 300 kilometers. Not only because they will never agree to it, because if they did, that would leave them completely defenseless, but also because they can't even if they wanted to. Right now, Grossi, the head of the IAEA, is talking to IRGC regarding if they want to abide by what Americans want regarding to stopping or reducing the enrichment of uranium. What will be the mechanism for them to come and observe the enrichment of uranium inside Iran? So right now, right before IRGC talked to Witkoff and Jared Kushner in Geneva, he was talking to Grossi regarding the mechanism for that for them to make that happen. And they said they had a productive conversation, but there are a lot of details, there's a lot of challenges. The reason why they could have that conversation, because there have been years of talks regarding coming up with a protocol for observing and enrichment of uranium and coming up with reports, and there's a mechanism for validating it and observing and basically reporting on that and fact checking and all of that. There's not only there has been protocols for that, there has been years of back and forth between the Islamic Republic and Western countries regarding the implementation of that. You know what doesn't exist? Do you guys know what doesn't exist? A protocol for doing the same thing for range of ballistic missiles. That does not even exist. There is no mechanism to do that. And not only there's no mechanism to do that, even if you wanted to create a protocol, the protocol will require a complete presence of Americans everywhere inside Iran. Because unlike enrichment of uranium, there is no radioactive or any form of detection mode to see, like, oh my god, you guys enriching uranium somewhere else that you didn't tell us. You could basically have these missiles and make them in any hole somewhere inside Iran, and their only way to verify that you're abiding by this low range of missile is a change of the IRGC and the ruling of the Islamic Republic in a degree that will end the Islamic Republic. Like, this is unenforceable. Like, is the only way to enforce this is to get rid of the Islamic Republic. So the Israelis have done a really smart thing by putting something on the table that agreeing to it is so impossible that even if you could do it, it would be the end of the regime. And there is no way that the Islamic Republic can offer something that would satisfy the Israelis. And the Israelis have already gotten the green light from President Trump regarding attacking the Islamic Republic if the ballistic missiles range is not reduced. So even the plan could actually be, and this, I'm trying to say this so I could prepare you guys. They might actually come a day where the Americans come and announce that, oh, we came to an agreement with the Islamic Republic, right? That might not be the bad news that you think it is, because the plan might be, we have an agreement with the Islamic Republic over enrichment of uranium, so we're not going to attack. But what they also did, gave the green light to the Israelis to attack if the range of the missiles are not reduced to 300 kilometers, that's not going to happen, right? So then imagine this. Then you have the Americans in the region. They're not going to attack. Israel is there. Israel is going to carry their attack, and the Americans are not violating the terms of the agreement because they said, we said we're not going to attack you, but you don't have, we're not, Israel is its own independent country. Our agreement with you means that we're not going to attack. If you want Israel not to attack you, talk with them, have an agreement with them. That's none of our business, right? So Americans are in the region. Israelis are, we're not happy with this. We're going to attack the Islamic Republic. Americans are just going to grab their popcorn and watch how it happens. They're like, okay, let's just watch the Israelis attack the Islamic Republic, but they will still be in the region because the Islamic Republic might go crazy and want to start attacking everybody in the region. And then the Americans will have the justification to enter if they start attacking everyone in the region. But they're not going to leave the Israelis alone. They might. So this is one option for letting the Israelis attack, watching if the Islamic Republic will attack Israel, and then America will get involved. Like, I need to protect my buddy here, okay? I said I'm not going to attack you if we agree upon this, but I didn't say I'm not going to defend my buddy. So then the Americans might get involved and then help the Israelis to protect themselves against the missiles that are coming at them from the Islamic Republic. So this might be the plan. Come up with an agreement, sign it, say we're not going to attack, let the Israelis attack, and they get involved when the Islamic Republic starts throwing missiles at everything and anything they could find as a target. This might be the actual plan. If this, I'm not saying this is the plan, but if this is the plan, then the agreement is not necessarily, even if they sign an agreement, that doesn't mean it's over. Another reason why things are not over is because the Iranian people have proven that they are unimaginably brave, okay? Because we have had so many discussions regarding trying to convince people that the Iranian people will come back to the streets, right? And the argument was, will they come back into the streets when the Americans or the Israelis attack? That was the conversation. Because the argument was like, after what the Islamic Republic did, the Iranians are not going to come back into the streets because of how violent the Islamic Republic was. So after what they experienced, even if America and Israel attacked, the level of crackdown was so high that they wouldn't dare come back into the streets. And we said that we argued against these people, saying that every time you bet against the Iranian people coming back into the streets, they prove you wrong. Like, we have been here before. They kept on telling us that this is the last time, and every single time they were wrong. So, but we were right, but we were more right than we even thought, because the Iranian people didn't even wait for Americans and Israelis to attack, and they're back in the streets. They're back in the streets only a month after the greatest massacre in their history. Like, more than 50,000 Iranians were massacred by the Islamic Republic, and you would think that they might wait maybe a year or two before they try something like this, given how horrible that experience was. But no. After a month, they're still back in the streets and chanting against the regime. They're chanting the same chants that got them murdered in tens of thousands. So let's actually watch some of these videos, okay? So this is the Chahelum. Oh my God! Actually, this chant here, it demonstrates everything we've been telling you. This is a new chant, I think. Because we told you, a lot of people say the number of people the Islamic Republic massacred means that they will not try this again because that the cost was too high. We told you here on this show that actually it's the opposite. The amount of cost, the amount what the Iranian people paid with their own lives and their own blood and their own freedom means that there's no going back. Means that they didn't come this far to only come this far, right? And this is what this chant is saying. Let me see if I could translate to them. Patipta could help me with the second part. So the first part is saying کشته ندادیم تا سازش کنیم. She's saying we didn't give up all of these lives so that we could do appeasement, so that we could back down, so that we could negotiate with the Islamic Republic. So she's saying, given that we have this many people's lives, we will continue all the way. That's what that means, right? So here's the second part. رهبر پاتیپتو is that right? رهبر رو ستایش رهبر what? رهبر چی رو ستایش کنیم؟
Please play it again.
Okay.
That's right.
How do you translate that word? رهبر, رهبر what? Like stupid?
You mean? Yeah, it's stupid. Don't cherish the stupid leader.
Yes. Okay. So she's saying we didn't give up all of these lives to back down now and negotiate with the Islamic Republic and to praise such a stupid leader like the supreme leader. Basically, it comes down to we gave up so many lives, so we're not going to back down. So now they're saying, I will kill whoever killed my brother. Yeah, there was another one. All right, let me look at this one. There's another one. This is in Najafabad. So people are chanting Javid Shah, and they're using, let me actually do a translation here. A video received by Iranian International shows citizens of Najafabad in a cemetery in the city holding fireworks, playing music, and chanting "Long live the king" to commemorate the immortals of the national revolution. Guys, let me know if you want me to show you these videos, because the reason why I'm showing this is to show you, to convince you that the revolution is still on. There are a lot of people. By the way, I'm really grateful that you guys are here. I really appreciate all of you, because so many other people have moved on thinking that the revolution has been canceled. But I am trying to the reason why I'm showing this to you is for you to know that revolution is still on. Like, the Iranian people have not given up. So remember, they started with Javid Shah, Javid Shah, Javid Shah. So let me show you this one. This is another beautiful chant. So let's go. This is another.
Go to another one. Sorry, I just want to mention that this video is just from hours ago, and people are under a heavy suppression, and they just stood still.
Yeah, actually, Patipto, this is the curse of knowledge. I assume people know this. Thank you so much for adding that. Guys, these videos that I'm showing you right now, they're not old. These are from hours ago. As Patipto said, these are from hours ago. So you can see the revolution lives on, right?
For example, in Najafabad, mercenaries of IRGC are suppressing people from the noon and evening, but people stood still and don't leave the cemeteries.
Yeah, actually, now that you're saying that, let me show you how heavy the security presence is. So look, the video obtained shows that on Tuesday, February 17th, coinciding with the 40th day of the martyrs of the national revolution, armed forces along with an armored vehicle were deployed and stationed at Ferdowsi Square in Tehran. So just look at the level of military presence in the streets of Iran. Oh yeah, let's go for it. Look at this. This is the type of, this is, I don't know how to say, فضا رو امنیتی کرده. There's a, not only that, they're still shooting at people. So look at this one. Here's another video. Videos and reports received by Iran International indicate that on Tuesday, February 18th, coinciding with a severe security atmosphere in Abdanan, security forces surrounded the mourners of Javidnam. Yeah, let me see if the Persian one. Oh, yes, basically the people who, the fallen, of the national revolution, and opened fire on them. A number of viewers report the killing and wounding of some citizens in the city. So guys, look at this. This is also just from hours ago. So look, the revolution lives on. Guys, please understand what's happening here is that these people came to the cemetery. Look, this is a cemetery. You can see these are burial grounds for the memorial of their loved ones, and now the government is shooting, the regime is shooting at them.
There is confirmed report that some people died in this shooting.
Yes, there's, guys, in this shooting that you're watching here, some people were killed. You guys hear the gunshots in the back? Yeah. So the reason why activities are picking up, because these days are the Chahelum of the fallen. Chahelum is the 40th day memorial. So in Iran we have this tradition, but after 40 days after somebody dies, we have memorials for them. And now the reason why you're seeing extra activity is because it's the 40th day memorial of our fallen these days, and the people are gathering for remembering them. And you see a lot of activity because they turn the memorials into act of protest against the government, right?
لطفاً اضافه بکن که تقریبا در تمام شهرهای ایران از کوچیک تا بزرگ شرایط کاملا نزدیک به حکومت نظامیه. رندوم چک های زیادی است، گوشی رو دارن میگردن، حتی به جایی که اعلامیه پرینت میگیرن، نمیدونم دفاتر فنی رفتن بررسی میکنن که جاویدنام ننوشته باشن. در این حد تحت فشار امنیتی هستن شهرها امروز و مخصوصا فردا.
So Patipto is saying that at this point that in most places it's like martial law right now. There's heavy military presence everywhere to make sure to crush any form of dissent. They're stopping people, they're checking their phones. And also کجا دارن چک میکنن که جاویدنام ننوشته باشن؟
دفاتر فنی که میخوان آگهی یا بنر پرینت بگیرن. و خیلی مسئله مهمیه که از شهر و روستای کوچیک گرفته تا تهران مناطق متفاوت هیچ تفاوتی نداره. همه جا الان تحت فشار امنیتی، امکان نداره شما بری بیرون و به ایست بازرسی نخوری.
Yeah, so Patipto is saying like in the banners or in the ads that they have for the fallen to come to their memorials, the security forces are going everywhere to make sure that nobody writes Javidnam. So Javidnam is how we refer to our fallen. It's like a very Iranian, very patriotic, very Persian way of describing our fallen. Javidnam means people whose names will live forever. And because that naming of it, that labeling of it is now part of this revolution, the Islamic Republic wants to make sure that the fallen, like whenever you see a paper like, bringing people, like inviting people to come to the memorial, or if there's any ad or there's any banner, they are cracking down on people for them not to write Javidnam. And also Potipto added that the situation that we're describing, where the security forces are very present, and wherever you go, you're going to be stopped by officers, and there are security guards everywhere. That situation is everywhere. Like it's not just in big cities, like in small towns and villages. That's the situation to big cities. This is how the situation right now is everywhere inside Iran. Let me just play this one. So the video that has arrived shows that the 40th day ceremony for the martyrs of the national revolution in Zanjan was held with the chant. Oh, this is beautiful. For every one person killed, 1,000 stand behind them. In this ceremony, the memory names of let me read the names in Persian. So some of the names of the people for this ceremony was Ilya Ojaglu, Iman Azizi, Samir Ahmadi, Majid Ojaglu, Arshia Barari, Muhammad Mehdi Ganj Danish, Behruz Ojaglu, and Bijan Habibi. These are the people who are being remembered here. So let's listen to this chant. So yes, the chant is Har ye nafar koshte she, hezar nafar poshte she, meaning that for every person who gets killed, there's 1,000 people behind them. Basically meaning that if you kill one of us, there's 1,000 more for every one of us that you kill behind him, ready to fight. That's the chant. All right, there was another video where they had balloons. I think this is Zanjan. This is the 40th day anniversary of the Javidnams of our fallen. This is in the cemetery, and they have balloons. So apparently they had balloons that I think they, if I'm not mistaken, I think they wrote the names of the fallen. They tied it to the balloons, and then eventually they leave it, like they let it go. I'm not sure if they, because it doesn't show it in this video, but I think that was what they did. Yeah. So the chant is In gol parpar shode hediye be mihan shode, which means this withered flower, meaning the fallen, has been gifted to the nation. All right, so that was, yeah, Potipto, you wanted to ask?
یه نکته‌ای که آره دوستان توی کامنت هم دارن، هم کوین هم امیر اشاره میکنه، اینه که اینترنت هم داره دوباره برمیگرده به اون شرایط چند روز اعتراض. مثلا تو شهرهایی که الان ویدیو ازش بیشتر اومده دارن کاملا دسترسی رو قطع میکنن.
Okay, so guys, they cut the internet situation is getting back to how it was before the massacre happened, and they're basically connecting lines of disconnecting lines of communication, which this is usually a signal that the regime is getting ready for cracking down heavy. Okay, so this is a situation that we're now experiencing inside Iran. So this is all I had. Now I'm getting ready to go to the discussion group. Guys, I try to have as much information as possible in the 1 hour that we had. I got a lot of this information from our discussion on the Persian side, and because I had only 1 hour, I tried to make sure that I have as much as possible in this 1 hour. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you want to let me know in the comment sections of the parts that you think that was not that helpful, or the parts that you think that you want more attention to or more news about. Let me know in the comment section, so that next time in this hour that I come in, I'll try to focus on the things that you guys think would be the most helpful. So right now I'm gonna go to, like, in a few minutes I'm gonna go. Oh, thank you guys, I appreciate that. Right now I'm gonna go. I put a link in the chat for the discussion group that I'm gonna go to now. And if you want to come talk to me there and ask questions regarding everything that is happening in Iran and everything that could happen in Iran after the fall of the Islamic Republic, or to the neighboring countries in the region, or to the future of Islam once the Islamic Republic falls, and all the other good stuff that will happen once the Islamic Republic falls. If you want to come, not just asking questions, but also challenge me on any points that you disagree with, the link is in the chat, and I'm going to be there in about 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, Armin. Hopefully we can get the situation figured out soon. You're always welcome. So, you know, what we'll do, it's basically up to you. So even after the discussion group, if you want to come back in and share more videos and info, you're more than welcome to. And we'll just make sure that, you know, whenever you're streaming, it'll just be the things that you've kind of like pre-approved. We'll leave that, you know, in your hands so that you don't get, you know, you can be careful about your channel. But